the It's Given podcast. We sliding over to the It's Given podcast with Sarah. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, so I always leave it alone. But we sliding over to her podcast, and she was having a conversation with this sister that I wasn't super familiar with. Her name is Joy, and they're having a conversation, and they get to speaking about the types of women that masculine men tend to disqualify. So when they got to this part of the conversation, I felt that, it was intriguing. So I went on ahead and hit that pause button and made sure I can give an authentic reaction to y'all. So let's get it.
This is what I'm going to say, women, when it comes to income disparity. I think we are stuck on this six-figure man. But depending on the amount of money, it's not odd for a woman to out-earn a man.
Also true.
Look at Cardi B and Offset.
Terrible.
Okay? She way out-earned him. He made 7 figures. You know what I'm saying? Like, she still out-earned him. Right? So it's like, just because you out-earn a man doesn't mean that he can't be masculine. Now, mind you, that was probably a horrible example because he is so, not because he's a millionaire, because to me, he's a feminine man.
Super.
He's a feminine man.
Honestly, I feel like most of these men that are dating like the hot female celebrities are feminine. And I feel like a lot of the women are masculine. I do feel that way.
There can only be one feminine and one masculine in a relationship.
I agree.
So if the man is in his feminine, the woman has to be in the masculine.
I agree.
But I see Cardi over here with this little NFL player.
She and her.
No shots fired, no problems, no shots fired. But keep in mind, both of these women here, single.
Feminine, baby.
She a whole nother Cardi B.
Yes, she is.
I see Tiana Taylor out here, baby, looking the bomb. There can only be one masculine and one feminine.
I agree.
And if the man is in that feminine, the woman has to be in the masculine.
And I agree with you. And I've been that. There was a relationship that I had where I was like, I started off in my feminine wanting, but this man didn't really have any leadership. And what's crazy is inside of that relationship, I became more masculine.
Correct.
And it's like, and that's the thing. A lot of these men say, I'm an alpha, I'm a leader, I'm this, I'm that, but like, where are you going?
Right.
You don't make good choices.
Correct.
And it's not every man, obviously, but I do feel like dating in 2025 is just different.
It's different.
Let me stop right there because I thought she was going to add more context to what she just said. It was interesting because, on my channel, we always try to talk about things and bring everything back around to reality. Because when these microphones come on, people have a proclivity to try to speak and save face at the same time, forgetting that we're all living a human experience. So to a degree, I think there is a level of acceptable vulnerability that people can exhibit with one another because we all could have empathy, right? So aside from that, she said that she had to be masculine in the relationships because the men weren't leaders or whatever the case may be. Or she says that some men want to be leaders, but where are you going? Show me, and just to bring the conversation to reality, I'm not even necessarily disagreeing with it, just add nuance, right? Show me a situation where a man who was not born into a wealthy family or a rich family, show me a situation where that man didn't have a lot of trial and error on the way to his greatness. Show me a situation. I don't know a testimony where there was no trial and error involved, like no missteps, no bad investment. No, I don't know any situation where a man was getting it out the mud and he didn't have like missteps somewhere or L's that he took somewhere or, and then you get it back or you learn something from it and boom, boom, boom. And it takes some time and you level back up. I think the difference is that, like, for example, my grandfather was, entrepreneur. He was an entrepreneur. He was into real estate. He owned buildings. He did a lot of stuff. He was an electrician, et cetera, et cetera. He had multiple streams of income, right? But along the way of getting to a point where they were like super sturdy and super stable, it was some L's in there. It was some learning experiences in there. It was some, oh shit, I could have went left and we went right in there. It was some of that in there, but grandma was with him the whole way. I think a lot of times, like in this situation now, like if you a man, it's almost like shit, you can't really take no L's in front of your lady. based on what we seeing on the internet. It almost seems like it presents that way. Like you can't don't take no L's and let her know about it. You gotta like fake the funk. Like, gee, if you are not going the route of just punching somebody clock for your whole life and you got anything entrepreneurial going on, it's gonna be some L's, fam. It's gonna be some ups and some downs. So I think the women who kind of like speak about those situations accompanied with their testimony about how they left those situations is like, you got to question, does that speaker have what it takes to be in a long-term relationship? You know what I mean? But let's go.
It's a whole new
It's
beast.
different. I was in the airport, right? I was in the airport and our plane got canceled for 8 hours.
Oh,
So this guy's like, hey, we're talking. He was not my type, but
Wasting somebody's time. They was talking, but he was not her type. Souls of thought in the building. Yes, sir. Chat 333. Sliding through. Yes, Lord. She said they was talking. They was in the airport. They was talking, but he wasn't her type. So, translation: you was wasting this man's time. Let's go.
I'm gonna give my number. Right.
Right.
So I'm in Richmond, Virginia, small airport.
Yep.
There's no name brand restaurant in the airport.
Right.
Okay. So later on, I'm eating. I see him leaving from eating in the same restaurant. So I'm assuming, he already paid this little bill because you got my number. So you're going to do something to make sure that I remember you. So when you call, I pick up your number.
Right.
And then when the waiter brought my little $10 check for my little tuna sandwich, I'm like, you didn't even pick up this little airport bill? I was like, oh no.
Yeah. It's the thoughtfulness.
It's the small things.
It's so
Correct.
small. Like it's not even about the money.
It's the principle.
Yes, it's
Hey, y'all, let's talk about that. I want to present it as a question before I give my take on it. If you see, let's go with her exact scenario. You see a woman that you find attractive in the airport. You approach her at the airport, bar, restaurant, whatever situation, right? You talk to her. You walk up on her. She already has her food. She has a drink. You sit down. You drum up a conversation. Maybe you have some food and a drink. Y'all talk. You get her number. You leaving before her. Let's say your flight is ready. You leaving before her. So because you sat down and shot your shot and you got the number, that now turns into y'all first date and it's supposed to be on you. What y'all think about that, chat? When you shoot your shot in a public place with food and drink, does that, if she's accepting of it, does that turn into the first date and the bill becomes on you? Is that common courtesy? What is that? Is that above and beyond? Is that expected? Is that the norm? I'm asking a question. I'm not giving y'all what I think about it. That's interesting. I'm going to replay it while I get a chance to chime in on this. I know some of y'all at work. Talk to me, chat. Let me see. I want her to get a scenario again. That's interesting.
I'm gonna give my number. Okay.
Right.
So I'm in Richmond, Virginia, small airport.
Yep.
There's no name brand restaurant in the airport.
Right.
Okay. So later on, I'm eating. I see him leaving from eating in the same restaurant. So I'm assuming, he already paid this little bill because you got my number. So you're going to do something to make sure that I remember you. So when you call, I pick up your number.
Right.
And then when the waiter brought my little $10 check for my little tuna sandwich, I'm like, you didn't even pick up this little airport bill? I was like, oh no.
Yeah. It's the thoughtfulness.
It's the small things.
It's Correct. So small. Like it's not even about the money.
It's the principle.
Yes, it's the principle. And you know what? I feel like when you are a woman of principle, it is way more challenging to find a man.
Yes.
And then on top of that, or to be found by a man. And then on top of that, you have to deal with how society weaponizes singleness. People will be like, what's wrong with her? She's single. No, what's wrong with y'all? Where are the good options at?
Correct.
Correct. And there are a lot of really good men out here. Like, honestly, I'm having an amazing dating experience. I will not lie. I'm
confused. Bruh, she's saying everything. She's saying shit that don't go together. I'm confused. What's going on? She said, where are the good options? But there is good men out here. I'm having a great dating experience. And then they ask you, why are you single? Is something wrong with you? And then it's like, I'm confused. Wait, so if there's good options and you having a great dating experience, but okay. No, maybe I'm not listening well. Let's do that. I'm gonna put it on me first. Let's go back 30 seconds and y'all tell me if y'all confused as I am.
even pick up this little airport bill. I was like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah. It's the thoughtfulness.
It's the small things.
It's so
Correct.
small. Like it's not even about the money.
It's the principle.
Yeah.
Hold on, before she go, this is what I call double talking. Don't let nobody double talk to you.
Yes, it's the principle. And you know what? I feel like when you are a woman of principle, it is way more challenging to find a man.
Yes.
And then on top of that, or to be found by a man. And then on top of that, you have to deal with how society weaponizes singleness. People will be like, what's wrong with her? She's single. No, what's wrong with y'all? Where are the good options at?
Correct.
You know?
Correct.
And there are a lot of really good men out here. Like, honestly, I'm having an amazing dating experience. I will not lie. I'm living my life like it's golden.
Come
as
on,
Jill Scott
golden.
said.
Hey,
You know?
hey.
However, I hear stories and I see things and I'm like, yo, these men, this is
No. I'm not gonna deny what I see. Flag on the play, G. Flag on the play. No, she just said everything. You can't say everything because we don't know. What do you mean for real? First she said it's more challenging to find a good man when you're a woman of principles. Okay, that go both ways. Cool. Then she was like, then they weaponize being single against you. Like, oh, you single? What's wrong with you? Right? And she was like, as a defense to that statement, she's like, where are all the good options at? But then to save face and not sound like somebody who can't find options, she jumped back on the other side of the fence and was like, but don't get me wrong, it's hella good dudes and I'm having a great dating experience. I'm living my life like it's golden, which us as men could translate into getting hit. We could, but we're going to give this sister the benefit of the doubt like always. You know what I'm saying?
Classic.
And then she come back in like, fam, in the chat, tell me if I'm tweaking or if that wasn't just confusing. Yeah, thank you. See you tonight on the Queen Codes. April, shout out. She said she just contradicted herself like 5 times.
Classic.
like, yo, I understand full-fledged. I understand that a big part of communication is being able to listen. I don't even think you're entitled to respond if you haven't heard somebody out. You're not even entitled to respond. How you gonna respond to what I'm saying if you ain't even heard everything I got to say? Now, if somebody is extremely long-winded and they spinning the block on their point 3 times, it is okay to jump in and say, I get what you're saying. You said it twice. You on your 3rd revolution. Can I? You feel me? But that's just good communication. Shorty just, hey, she just spun us 3 ways from Sunday, fam. I know I'm not tripping. For a second, I started questioning my own intelligence. Like, wait, did this make sense? Or did she just say a little bit of everything? So you could take this and clip this up into 5 different clips and she made 3 different points. That's crazy. Y'all got to be careful on y'all got to be careful on YouTube, man. That's why we come here and we slow it down and we make sure that we crack these codes.
I know you see me trying to crack the code.
But let's go.
It's very different. It's different. I'm gonna say it's different.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think men lack leadership and are much more feminine?
I think the roles are just starting to reverse.
I agree.
Like,
how do you fix it?
Yeah.
We need.
You know what else makes me concerned when people speak about when people speak about the climate of what's going on, but none of it applies to them. She like, yeah, like my dating experience is amazing right now. I'm living my life like it's golden, but I see the rest of the world and I see, man, you out here, you in the field too. You might catch a pop fly too. Like if you outside, you outside. This is an unmarried woman speaking. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't then if I challenge her too much, y'all will think I hate women. If I challenge her too much, y'all will think I hate women. So, but it's just like, I'm listening to you. That's it. I don't know. Maybe if they feel like the IQ of the average listener ain't like we can hear you. What Cat Williams say? Do you know we can see you? I think we got what we need though, because I came here to talk about the piece of it where they talked about masculine men don't date certain types of women, and they were using Offset as an example, like men who would date a woman similar to like a Cardi B or you know, a Meg Thee Stallion or, you know, certain types of women or whatever the case may be, like masculine men wouldn't necessarily deal with them. It would have to be a more feminine man, and the woman is probably going to be in more of a masculine role. I can't say that. I think that masculine men, like most other men, when they see something they like, you know what I'm saying, they willing to, you know, see, but are they going to date them with intentions? That be the thing. And so I see the point in that regard. Like, a man that respects himself a certain way probably isn't going to deal with a woman of a certain reputation past a certain point. That part I can agree with. You know what I mean? And oftentimes, as a man, a lot of the stuff that you stand for but are willing to compromise when a certain woman come around, a lot of that says a lot of what you think about yourself. And if whatever you think about yourself is going to present. So if you confident, like, it shows. If you insecure, it shows. If you're overly willing to compromise, it shows. So it shows. You just got to be aware of what you're showing. That's all, man. But we all for that one. Thank you for the It's Giving podcast. Y'all make sure y'all tap in if y'all want to hear some more of that good double talk, you know. If you like what you just saw, support the channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and jump in the comments. Talk to me so we could crack these codes. If you want to support the channel monetarily, go to my website and cop some merch, www.theclassiccodes.com, or you can shoot me a Cash App. Either way, stick to the codes.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Hardened my heart and now hardened